fake handoff to Castañeda, and Munoz is going to continue to be the ball handle or hold on to the ball, but right there he lets it go. That's going to be a fumble for the Cavemen.
I don't know if that flag was before the fumble or not, but we're going to find out here in a second.
No, I think that was just a marker for where the ball came out.
Oh, okay.
We're going to see.
Right there, that is going to be break. They were driving the ball very good.
A turnover on a fumble there, unfortunately. And pretty mild reaction from this Hobbs crowd. You know, you usually would expect it to be really loud and stuff, but maybe Hobbs just expecting that right now. But 9 minutes, 11 seconds left in the second quarter. Hobbs leads 14-7, and they're looking good. So they just forced the fumble on Munoz, who, like you said, Cavemen were looking good, marching down towards the end zone. But fumbles can really hurt you. A nice tackle there for the Cavemen. That tackle was made by number 28, Renson Akawambi. Nice play there. He got out on that play one-on-one and made the tackle. So a nice play. This is going to be 2nd and 12 for the Eagles on their own 11-yard line. And here's the snap in shotgun. Here's a pass downfield, some space, and he's going to make he's going to miss it.
Oh.
A drop. It was right in his hands. He had space. He had the man. He had it secure it, Ruben.
Man, that was a nice pass by Mendoza.
It really was.
Mendoza.
Medrano.
He threw that football in a real high angle and just came down like it was just a perfect play.
And he was just putting the nose of that football where he could have maybe caught it with one hand if he really wanted to.
He didn't almost have to look down. It was just going to be right there.
So a nice passing play there.
Now they got 5 receivers. Eagles. Empty backfield.
8 minutes, 37 seconds. Here's Medrano with space to run, and he's going to get a first down. He's got a good block there. He's going to get to the 35-yard line.
Penalty on that.
And McKibben went over there and shoved him while he was out of bounds.
Well, I feel like, to defend a little bit, he was getting out of bounds and he shoved him. So it wasn't like he was out of bounds already. So I kind of think it was a little bit excessive, but he just wanted to let him know, hey, I'm going to make sure you're out of bounds. But he did make a great run on that play.
He did. So now the Cavemen are going to suffer on that penalty there for a few yards. I think 10 yards on that play, right, Ruben?
It's 10 or it's 15. It might be 15 for personal foul, but we'll see right here. Yeah, it's 15.
15.
That's tough. That's a big.
And right now, Cavemen cannot afford to lose composure. Down by 7 points with an offense as high-powered as we've seen Hobbs be all year long, it can turn bad quickly. So Cavemen have to keep their heads on straight here. 8 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah, and they just no huddle, just go for their plays from where they're positioned.
So here's Wright with the ball on the ground. He's got a first down there, just a little more. And Eagles going to move the chains yet again. 8 minutes, 21 seconds. Hobbs leads 14-7. Really good until the fumble by Munoz. And now Eagles kind of had their gateway to another reason to separate the score a little bit more. Here's the snap. He's going to go to his left, trying to throw across his body. He's going to find his man and get about a 5-yard gain. That was a pass to
Wheeler.
Addix. And some of these names, Ruben, are tough to understand. That's Addix, Adhyx.
Yeah. Well, you're a teacher, so you've seen some names.
Oh, I've seen some names, but that had to be hard to learn growing up, I'm sure, as a young kid. But anyways,
where to spell.
There's a pass there. And that is going to be a tackle for a loss. No, they're going to spot this one at the line of scrimmage. So just hit at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Cavemen to jump on that one, but it's going to make it 3rd and 6. Eagles getting the play call there.
They're going to have to get a stop or field goal at the most to try to let this lead not get away from them.
Eagles do it a little bit differently. They stay in their positions to get
Yes.
the play call. There's the fake handoff there to right, and Madrano's going to hold on to this one. He's going to get tackled, taken down by Ananins, but not in time. It's going to be a first down Eagles yet again. So too little, too late there, and Eagles going to get a fresh set of downs.
Really mobile quarterback as well. It makes it tough when they're all spread out. So you've got him in the backfield to worry about, and you've got 5 receivers spread out all over the field.
I want to say Coach Sanders said he was a top 3 running quarterback in the state this year in terms of yards.
It makes sense.
He has a lot of Madrano. Looked like he was dropping back, switched hands, and handed it off. That's going to be a 3-yard gain, Eagles. A helmet came off there. The Eagles lineman. We saw that happen a couple times last week. Cavemen helmets coming off against Las Cruces. Six minutes, 20 seconds. Here in the second quarter, Eagles lead 14-7, so they've got plenty of time to get into the end zone. I imagine that's not something they're trying to do slowly, but here's a pass into the end zone. That's not going to be within range. It's going to make it 3rd and 7 here for the Eagles.
You know, they
Ruben, an update on the Dodgers game?
Yes, sir. You know, I'm always ready for that. Right now it shows 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th. The Dodgers are ahead. And of course, I'm a big Dodgers fan. Hopefully they can pull this one out and get at least to the game 7 so I can be on my couch watching it tomorrow night.
Exactly. 6 minutes, 5 seconds. 3rd and 7. Madrano going to do a jump pass there to right. Right's going to be out of the reach of the Cavemen, and it looks like he's going to have enough yards for the first down, and he's definitely in first down territory. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Eagles as they just continue to march. They've been making it look pretty easy so far tonight, Ruben.
Yeah, they've gotten a couple of 3rd downs. Do you think we can stop them and just happen to make enough of a play to get them that next first down?
So 6 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter. Madrano gets the snap. He's going to hand this one off yet again. That one is going to be handed off to Hill for about a yard gain. Uh, 5 minutes, 40 seconds. And Eagles really calm and collected, Ruben, on offense. You can just kind of see their confidence in what they've done this season. I mean, a lot of things to look back on this year and say, hey, you know, there's nothing to be worried about right now. We're up 7, and we're knocking on the door yet again. There's a high snap. Madrano's still able to get to it, and he's throwing this one into the end zone, and it's going to be a pass interference call, and that's not a good call.
Yeah, I don't agree with that call because the play was not catchable. You know what I mean? It was far enough away from.
And I don't think the contact was enough to make that call either.
It wasn't like he shoved him. They kind of had incidental contact. So, yeah, it's a bad call. But what can you do? We can't do anything from up here for sure.
5 minutes, 18 seconds here in the second quarter, and I believe that will give the Eagles, I think, half the distance to the goal line.
I think it's half the distance to the goal line and a first down, but automatic first down, but I'm not sure. We'll see what they – oh, no, still second down.
Okay, so still second down, but they are going to move the marker up or move the line of scrimmage up to the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Good position to be in here if you are the Eagles. 5 minutes, 18 seconds. Madrano's going to run this one to the left side. He's got some room. Will he get there? He's got to handle. He's got to go through McKibben. It looks like he might have gotten in. They don't have the call there, and it looks like he's just down. Somebody got hit on the sideline, a staff or something like that. Somebody that's not suited up, it looks like.
I don't
do they have a uniform on?
I don't know, but I don't understand why they were so close to the sideline unless it was somebody that was on the field, but
it looks like a helmet is off, so it might have been a player. I saw somebody with no helmet on, and I thought that was not a player, but I think it is. So 5 minutes, 11 seconds. Never want to see a kid get hurt.
No.
Out on the field, but
they have a lot of graphics on their big screen.
Hobbs did not make it into the end zone, so they'll need another player if the Cavemen can't stop them. But it is going to be a medical time. Guys, we're going to take a break and be right back. This break brought to you by You First Credit Union, Constructors, Inc., Desert Hill Electric, Excel Energy, Steel Depot, Energy Pros, and Carlsbad Chevrolet. We'll be right back. Thank you. All right, guys. So
Yeah, he came
Eagles had a medical timeout there. It looked like it was their starting quarterback that's going to be coming off the field. He's going to be looked at by the trainer now. He's walking off on the track on his own, which is good. So hopefully he's going to be okay. He is a really good athlete.
Yeah.
And Ruben, as much as we really look forward to, playing against Hobbs and wanting to beat them, we also kind of like to see the South do well in the state playoffs as well. So we want to see every team that makes the state playoffs be able to represent. And
we're going to root for Cruces and for Hobbs if they're not playing you.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, I think he's going to be okay. They're checking him out. But
I know a lot of people that would disagree with that, by the way.
Oh, for sure. Probably if we did comments on
most people,
thing, we'd be half of them.
5 minutes, 11 seconds here in the second quarter. So here's the snap. It looks like they're going to get after right away. They're going to tackle him for a loss of a couple of yards. Ty Young's helmet comes off, but he had part in that tackle. Good job there for the Cavemen.
Whoa, look at this guy. He was running on the field, and he kind of hurt himself, I guess.
I missed out on that one. I was looking down.
Oh, I think that's
at the roster.
But he was running onto the field because Ty had his helmet came off, so he had to come out. And so he's running, and he ended up falling down and doing a flip.
Oh, man.
So I hope he's okay.
All right, so it looks like a flag
that is custom
here. Is it on the Cavemen?
It probably is.
It looks like we've got hands up from Coach Sanders trying to figure out what that's all about. And you'd hate to see them get a penalty right now with fourth and
a couple
of yards.
So
okay, so that is good. 4th and 5
looks like they're
for the Eagles. So Cavemen going to try and get out there and block it, but
you always got to worry about the fake too, though.
Exactly. Hobbs leads 14-7 for those of you just joining us. Cavemen had an opportunity to score, but a fumble in the red zone was tough. Here's a field goal for Hobbs. It's good. So a 3-point increase to the score, 17-7. Eagles lead. So 4 minutes, 37 seconds, and the Eagles will kick off to the Cavemen. It looks like they subbed in number 11, Conlon McCool, as quarterback for the Eagles, a sophomore on the team, the backup quarterback, and he helped get the job done there, at least to, get them 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, he handed off, and now it looks like they're still working on Medrano, but I bet you he's going to be okay. At least we hope so.
In other news, the World Series 3-1. The Dodgers are leading the Blue Jays in the top of the 6th inning. Looks like Mookie Betts hasn't had a good series, but he's had a pretty good night tonight, helping them score.
Well, that's good to know because he has really struggled, and he seems like such a good dude.
Well, you got to feel bad for the Dodgers because they only have, 4 MVPs?
Yeah.
I mean,
and
golly.
like 3 Cy Young winners.
I feel so bad for y'all. Okay, so here's the short kick. This one's going to go to Leos. Leos going to try and find a lane. He's got plenty of defenders around him, and he's going to get taken down. That one's going to get him to about the 24-yard line, so not a lot there. 4 minutes, 30 seconds here in the second quarter. First quarter was much quicker than the second, Ruben, because it was, I'd say, 75% Caveman ball. It was just continuously running, but
it looks like
since then it's been a lot slower.
It looks like he's running a little bit, so it might have been an ankle. They had to retape it or something. It looks like
and he's a quick athlete. Even just kind of getting loosened up, he's got some speed, that's for sure. All right, so here come the Cavemen. 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. Munoz gets the snap, hands it off to Wright. Wright looks like he's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage, and he is. He's going to make it 2nd and 10.
Well, it looks like they're keen on Wright a little bit, and he's not getting the yardage that he usually gets. But you know what? He'll get some open holes, and he'll get some good yardage here in a minute.
Whether he's getting the yards or not, he's still, you still got to give him the ball plenty of times to make sure that they know, hey, he's still an option. We didn't close that valve off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's definitely liable to break through for a big gain. So here's a snap. Munoz drops back and he takes off running. He's got to hold on to that ball, and he does. That's going to be a 1st down, Caveman. Good play there. Munoz has been probably the deadliest weapon for the Cavemen tonight in terms of running the ball. He's just got to, make sure and secure it, and that is the number one concern here if you're a Caveman coach or fan. Hobbs leads 17-7, so this game very much within reach for this Caveman squad, especially if they can score before the half, Ruben. That would really, change things up.
Yeah, and especially for confidence.
Yeah, you want to see a deep pass at some point, but here's a nice play there, an option. That one goes to Brock Wright, and that's going to be spotted for a 1st down. Good play there from the Cavemen. This option play has looked pretty good tonight. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, the good thing about something like that is both of them are a tough option, so you don't know which one to go with, and they've kind of done both ways, so it makes it tough to decide which one to pick up and which one to tackle.
Exactly. 3 minutes, 17 seconds here in the second quarter. Munoz gets the snap. He hands this one off to Wright. Again, this one, he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, but he's going to get a couple of yards on this play. You're going to give him 3 yards on the carry. So a pretty decent spot there. And Caveman able to pick up some yards. So if Wright can get 3 to 4 yards every other carry, it's still got to be something that you have to, keep
feeding
in the back of your mind if you're Hobbs.
And I feel like he does the opposite of what a lot do, is he wears out the defense instead of the defense wearing him out. You know what I mean?
We want to see
by the second half.
What I want to see is a little bit of time in the backfield for Munoz, and he can get a pass off to Bobby Castañeda. We haven't really seen much of that. There's a fumble, but he picks it back up. Munoz trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but looks like he's going to, they're going to spot him, I believe, at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So he's able to fight his way back there, but the initial snap he dropped and picked it back up and just had to kind of make something out of nothing. And he just did enough to kind of erase the mistake. So it's 3rd and 7 for the Cavemen here at midfield. Cavemen just trying to get that 1st down, but a big play would be sweet. Might see that. Here it is, a drop back for Munoz. He's got one guy pressuring him. Here's a nice pass. Oh, and it is dropped by Braden Flores. That was put right in his hands, and he dropped it. I would have likely gotten them a 1st down or close.
Yeah.
But here at midfield, it's 4th down and 7. It looks like they're sending out the punt team, or at least a whole new squad. So with 1:48, they were not going to take any chances. They're going to try and make it tough on Hobbs, at least giving them, a lot worse of a field position.
For sure. And it looks like Hobbs is not putting anybody back. So they're just like, you know what, we're just going to see if they punt it, make sure that they do. Oh, shoot.
Bad snap there. This one's going to be given to Bobby Castañeda. He's going to try and pass this one. Oh, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. Smart move there by Castañeda.
Did he throw it left-handed?
He did. He just got rid of it.
Yeah, that was
They're
nice.
going to throw a flag on that play. He was very much out of the pocket, but
Yeah.
he did not throw it to the line of scrimmage, or at least the distance of the line of scrimmage. So I think that will be
intentional grounding.
Yes.
Which,
I mean, I liked the idea for sure. I think you have to get it further downfield if you want to get rid of it.
And I almost feel like I think he was just trying to make sure that they didn't lose a lot of good field position. But I almost feel like he could have run with the ball. You know what I mean?
I don't know about that. I think you're a little bit in dreamland there, Ruben. Just kidding.
No, he could have gotten the first down if he would have just run for it.
Okay. A minute 41 here on the clock. We're going to see where they put this. If they
God, they're going to put it in the end
spot
zone.
it where he threw it, then that's
wrong.
That's brutal.
And
it looks like that's what they're going to do. So the Cavemen would have been better off, running a play on that last one. Maybe a passing play on that last fourth down instead. But Cavemen shot themselves in the foot there, I guess, as the saying goes. A minute 41. Hobbs leads 17-7. And they're going to come out onto the field. Hobbs marching out, trying to score before the half. This would really be a punch to the gut for the Cavemen.
Yeah, and that's a really short field, being at the what?
Yeah, it is Hobbs' ball on the 16-yard line. Here's number 10, Medrano, yet again for Hobbs. He's going to put this one out of the back of the end zone, so uncatchable. It's going to make it 2nd and 10 here on the 16-yard line. A minute 36 left on the clock. Hobbs leads 17-7. So Yamamoto having a pretty good game for the Dodgers in the World Series. 3-1, the Dodgers lead, bottom of the 6th inning with 1 out. Yamamoto still on the mound. So just an update for you, mostly, Ruben.
Really impressed with him pitching.
He's been incredible.
He was going to pitch on a day's rest or something crazy.
Yeah. Minute 36. Here's Medrano to get the snap. He's going to go right. No, he's going to let this one go. It's going to be a handoff to Hill, and he's going to get about a 5-yard gain on the play. So Hobbs doing a pretty good job of sneaking that handoff in there. They really good job by Medrano. It looks like he's dropping back, and if you see it at face value, the way that he drops back, it looks very identical to when he drops back for an actual pass.
Yeah.
So it's hard to kind of separate the two, and he switches it to his left hand and he hands it off. It's a good play for the Eagles. So he does drop back on this one. He's going to pass this one into the corner of the end zone, not going to be in the area, and it looks like there might be an injury there to a wide receiver.
It's almost like the defender and the receiver made contact and it like got him in his knee or something. And he stopped right at the goal line and he was kind of limping. Now there's a penalty flag. I don't understand where that's coming from.
What could that be? It's back behind the line of scrimmage, so we'll see what that is. Looks like the player that's having a hard time might be number 2, Braddock Beatty.
It's going to be 4th down.
Hurt in the end zone. It's going to be holding on the offense.
Penalties decline, so they're going to kick.
Cavemen not going to want that, give them an extra chance to score. So
yeah, don't want to give them
send out the punt or the kick team.
2 plays, yeah. It makes sense because, if they give up a field goal, which is bad, it's still better than a touchdown at this point.
56 seconds remain here in the first half. Beatty to kick. And there is the kick from the lefty. It looks like it's no good, and it's no good. Cavemen putting on pressure there. And the field goal, no good. 17-7, Hobbs leads.
So if we can go without getting a score on them, that's essentially almost like pinning them deep. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So we dodged a big bullet right there for sure.
So the Cavemen are going to receive here. No, I'm sorry. They're not. They're going to get the ball.
They're going to probably run the ball and try
That's
to run the clock out with 52 seconds left.
Had that one wrong, actually. So with 52 seconds, Cavemen are going to have the ball, and they're going to try and just kind of come out of here without further damage. Can't imagine they try and make any big plays here. They want to be safe more than anything.
And I'll be honest, penalties and turnovers. Well, we had 2 big turnovers and about 3 or 4 big penalties that are the difference in the game right now.
Yes, it is. I'd say, yeah, the fumble and then we're lucky that you know, I'm sorry, intentional grounding
Yeah, it didn't
didn't
hurt
kill
us.
us. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a nice pass to Evan Leos. Leos going to get about 5 yards on the play. 40 seconds remain here in the second quarter.
They're going to try to hurry and try to get the ball moving, but unless they get a really big play, then they're not going to
Right. I wouldn't
worry
call a
about it.
timeout
Yeah.
either. It's cool. I mean, that's
It's cool.
That makes sense. 26 seconds left on the clock. Munoz drops back. Another pass there. That one intended for Castañeda, but it was out of his reach. He almost had to jump back for it. So that will stop the clock there. 3rd and 5 for the Cavemen. You'd love to see a Munoz Castañeda link for deep in stride. But right now, I mean, the Hobbs defense has been putting lots of pressure on Munoz, and he might have a guy downfield, but it's hard to really drop back and get your feet set when somebody's right on you. This defense, well trained this year for the Eagles. Here's the snap to Munoz. Munoz dropping back. He's going to try and run this one, but he has nowhere to go, and he's going to get tackled for a loss.
And they're just going to let the clock run out, it looks like.
So that's going to be 7 seconds, and it's going to be a timeout there for the Eagles. They want to see what they can come up with here. I mean, you got to.
Well, to me, the biggest thing is you've got to get that hike. You know, the center's got to get the ball into the kicker's hands, and so that's been a problem for us all year. Had a tough time getting that ball.
If you feel like the punt has been consistently a struggling point, which it has been the last 2 weeks, especially 3 bad snaps out of 5 punts so far in the last 2 games. I mean, that is a big liability. You'd hate to see 6 points easy for the Eagles on a bad punt. So maybe they do run a play here. They've got 6 seconds remaining in the half. Looks like they've got 14 on the clock now, though. So I don't know if they put time back on it or if it's just something in the timeout.
Maybe they called the timeout, but they let the clock run a little bit, so they're asked to be put more time. I don't know.
But hopefully not the case. But if it was where it was before that, which we saw it get down to 6 seconds, then I would say, yeah, it's not a bad thing to kind of try and run around and, get down with no time left.
Is that the quarterback? Let's see, number 14. Is that
so
Marley?
Big snap here, and it looks like, yep, Munoz did snap that ball, and that's going to be a nice punt with a good bounce, but in favor of Hobbs, just easy for him to pick up. So they're going to try and get this all in the return, but a good job there for the Cavemen to get him down at the 45-yard line. So they've got one more play to run with 2 seconds left. I'd imagine they kneel it, but maybe they decide, you know what, we got a 10-point cushion. Why not try and toss one into the end zone? Ruben, I think that's not a bad idea. What do you think?
Well, the way Medrano throws the football, he throws everything like on a timing pattern. If he can air one up, you just never know what could happen.
Exactly. And what happens if Cavemen intercept it? You down them, and then we go into the half. So there's really no harm here unless you throw a short pass for a pick six.
Well, even in the end zone, they can throw a pick six.
Well, I know that, but
longer run.
The chance of that is not very high.
No. I think
Let's talk about our odds here. 2 seconds remain here for the Eagles, and Medrano is going to go under center, so it looks like he is going to go ahead and kneel it out, and that's going to do it for the first half. Good game so far, Ruben, 17-7. We're going to take a break. Be back here in just a moment. This break brought to you by Keystone Pump and Supply, Carlsbad Ford, Domino's Pizza, Eddie Federal Credit Union, Capitan Energy, and Balderrama Law Firm. Stick around. We'll be back. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the broadcast here in Hobbs. The Cavemen right now trailing the Eagles 17-7, but a good game so far. Cavemen have had opportunities to score, just a few mistakes that have really been what's holding them back tonight. I mean, this very well could be a 21-17 game in favor of the Cavemen. A fumble and a couple of penalties have kept them from doing so. I think it's been a couple of fumbles, if I'm not mistaken. Tonight, the Eagles being held to 17 points is actually quite a feat so far, at least, because this year the Eagles have scored 35 or more in all of their games but one. So that is very, solid stat line here. Right now, the band performing a Hawaiian, performance out on the field. But, I mean, the Cavemen right now playing as hard as they can. You can see there's not a lack of effort here tonight. It is more a couple of instances of ball security and penalties that have been their Achilles heel yet or tonight. Right now, it is a beautiful night here in Hobbs. Playing under the lights, can't really beat it. About 55 degrees outside here tonight, maybe 60 degrees, and a decent crowd here on the home side. On the visiting side, traveling for the Cavemen, not too bad either. Just kind of scattered throughout the visiting side. Lots of stands here in Hobbs, so it looks like it is a lot less than maybe it truly is. But we appreciate you guys for being with us. Whether you're watching on stream or watching or listening on radio, we appreciate the support right here on 96.3 FM KAMQ. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Stevens Inn, Tate Branch Autoplex, CMB Bank, Genesis Endeavors, and La Tienda Thriftway. We'll be back here in just a moment. All right, guys, welcome back here on Girls Bad Radio. We appreciate you guys for checking into the show as usual. Catch the All Sports Best show tomorrow night from 6 to 9 p.m. on 104.1 FM. That's also Girls Bad Radio. Tonight, the Hobbs Eagles lead the Cavemen 17-7. We're here at the half as the band continues to perform a Hawaiian style performance here at the half. Pretty cool performance, like Moana based. Pretty sweet. Ruben, tonight we've seen the Cavemen come out, and they've done some really good things. The first drive of the game when they scored, and they scored first, that was one of the best drives that we've seen from the Cavemen this year.
Oh, for sure, for sure. They mixed it up. They had Castaneda in the backfield, which they hadn't had before, and they just kind of spread it out to all their receivers, their backs. I mean, just yeah, it looked really good. And Munoz did a great job of running the football and optioning whatever he had to do. But then we ran into some turnover problems, and that's the difference in the game.
Yes, absolutely. So tonight we've seen that, and then we saw the Cavemen have some struggles offensively as well, including the special teams. It's continued to be an issue with the punt game. Just being able to get the long snap under control has been a tough, struggle this year. But Hobbs scoring 17 in the first 14 points, Ruben, looked fairly easy for the Eagles.
Yeah, it did. The quarterback Madrano is a really talented quarterback. He can option well. You've got the right kid that's a great running back, and I mean they just look really good together, and it's hard to key on anybody because they can move the ball around very easy.
Yeah, and Hill as the second option as running back, also a very good option. I mean,
Yeah.
you're looking at two guys that can really run the ball, they can pound the ball, and then, like you said, Madrano, very mobile and one of those tough options to deal with if you're the Caveman defense. We saw Marley Munoz obviously have a lot of success on the ground tonight. The only thing with that is once you really get momentum, you really want to hold on and try and finish out that score in the red zone. The Cavemen have had a couple of chances here tonight. They just haven't been able to really finish off that job to really get them over the hump. I said before the last break, Ruben, that this very well could be a 21-17 game in favor of the Cavemen. Tonight we've seen them have opportunities, but just not be able to capitalize. Ruben, do you think with the game as it is right now, the Cavemen get closer to the end zone and they're looking to kick more often now with the lower scoring game?
No,
No, you think they're trying to go for those big points?
I think down 10 points right now. Now they'll get the football first because we got it in the first half. So
Right.
if we can stop them and then maybe score, then yeah, we can kick field goals and stuff like
Well,
that.
yeah, of course you want to score.
But if we can't keep the game within 10 points, then we've got to go for the touchdowns because we can see how explosive on one or two plays that this team can be.
Right. I mean, we haven't really seen the Cavemen be quick to go and kick a field goal in a situation that obviously not anything crazy, but a situation where do we kick this field goal or do we try and go for it? Cavemen being more aggressive on that front, but I might even lean more towards the side of let's go grab some points and then see what happens late in games. The Cavemen have been really good in the third quarter this year, all throughout the year. And then, of course, the fourth quarter, we've seen some special things happen. So you just never know what that could lead to if they're able to pick up 3 or 6 points in the air from Lennon Annanins.
Yeah, if they can stop they can stop this potent offense a couple of times, then yeah, they can do whatever. But we got to get in the end zone at least one time.
Yeah, I think if you're a Caveman fan, you definitely, favor on the side of being more aggressive, and Sanders has been doing that a lot this year, which we like. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm hoping to see some trick plays be pulled out this next half and see what maybe Coach Sanders and the staff has up their sleeves. Folks, we'll be back here in just a moment. Stick around. At the end of this half, looks like there's still about 3.5 minutes left here in the halftime show. So, all right, this break brought to you by PNR Enterprises, Carlsbad Community Anti-Drug and Gang Coalition, and AR Foreman Construction. Stick around.
Minute and a half. Copy that.
All right, guys, 12 minutes on the clock here in Hobbs as the Cavemen will kick off to the Eagles. It's 17-7. Cavemen down by 10. They've had their opportunities, and they have got to capitalize on each one of them here in the second half. The Cavemen have been especially good this year in the third quarter. We'll see if that trend continues tonight, because that could be something special here in the second half, Ruben.
Well, what I feel like is we haven't had anything special happen with special teams, and Coach Millar has had these guys primed and ready to go and done special things the last few games. So I'm looking for something right here in the second half to spark our offense.
Absolutely. All right, so the Cavemen still huddled up, getting ready for that kickoff. Annanins placing his tee down and handing it off to the referee.
What do you think? Onside kick?
I would love to see an onside kick right here, Ruben. I believed that we were going to see a few even already so far in the game, but maybe now we'll see the Cavemen be a little bit more aggressive. If they are, right now is a great time to do it. Lots of Eagles, beyond the 45-yard line, so they'd have a little bit of space to do so.
Yeah, and if not, a good little pooch kick maybe around the 35-yard line, you know what I mean? And try to get good coverage, keep them from getting a good run back. So we'll see what happens.
So right now, Cavemen awaiting the whistle, I believe, and they look like they're ready to go. They're talking a little bit. Lennon leading the huddle, and they head out. Annanins has been one of the best kickers that I've been able to watch here for the Cavemen, especially in terms of some of the trick things that he's been able to do. Here, he's going to kick this one semi-deep. This one's going to go to the 15-yard line, and it's going to be a good job from the Cavemen, mostly a good job from the Hobbs turf to get their, return stopped a little bit earlier than it probably otherwise would have been. So Eagles will start off at the 17-yard line, Ruben. Couldn't have asked for better there if you're the Cavemen special teams.
Yeah, Adrian Mora got it on the starburst, but kind of went back a little bit and kind of slipped on the turf. So he lost the ball. In high school, I guess you can't advance the ball once you are on the ground.
Once you fall, right, exactly. I think we had this argument earlier this year, right?
I think so.
All right, so 11 minutes, 56 seconds.
You got Beatty in motion.
And looks like Madrano trying to throw this one deep, and it looks like he's got a man, but no, it is not going to be within reach. Good defense there for the Cavemen.
That was good defense, but I was kind of worried about the referee throwing the flag because he was making.
It did look like Rio was holding on a bit more.
Yeah, he was kind of keeping contact the whole time, and I really don't think you can. After 5 yards, you should be able to make contact. until the ball's, right there. But
maybe there's a hack around that where you kind of, try and just keep it making it look like you're just running shoulder to shoulder.
yeah,
I know one of the tricks in college and NFL and all that is in some positions they wear the same color gloves as the opponent's jersey, so you can't really see holds as much and things like that. I saw that earlier this week. But here's a nice run there. That one from Medrano.
Nice tackle. That was Sanchez right there, wasn't it?
Good job by Rio Sanchez to get him taken down, but that is going to be just short of the first down. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Cavemen would love to make a stop for a loss here. It's going to take a lot to do so. Eagles have been moving the ball well tonight, all throughout this game.
We got trips right over here, but I think it's going to be a run play. That'd be my guess with that short yardage.
And all right, so here it is, a run play to Wright. Wright uses his momentum to hit Ty Young pretty hard, spins him around a bit. And that's going to be enough for a first down and some. So a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line for the Eagles. It's 11 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. If you're just joining us, the Eagles lead 17-7 with the ball here in the third quarter. So only 20 seconds.
Now you got trips right again on this Hobbs offense.
Medrano fakes the handoff, does the reverse. This one is going to number 20, Edgar Zubia, who's going to get a few yards on that play. He had to go all the way across the field. I mean, you're looking at, he probably ran, Ruben, about 35 yards to get 5 yards?
Yeah, and Isaiah Gaitan was right there on him and just barely got him out of bounds, but it looked like it was real close to a first down. Is it that short? Wow, I thought it was closer. Maybe he went out of bounds way back there. So it's what, 2nd and 5?
Yeah, 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. Medrano goes to pass it. This one again going to Zubia. Zubia is going to get enough for the first down and then go out of bounds. Kind of flew out of bounds on that one, and that's going to be enough to get him.
First set of downs, that was Sanchez on the
29 seconds. And night continues to be beautiful. The wind a little bit back and forth. It's a little more mild right now, I believe, than it was a bit earlier, but it feels like it's kind of just going back and forth.
Yeah, and it's getting a little bit cooler, kind of like it is in the mornings, probably in the 50s. Pretty nice night still.
11 minutes, 29 seconds. Here's the snap. Medrano turns, makes a pass over for about 6-yard gain there.
At least, yeah.
That one was a pass to number 3, Justice French. I believe that was his first reception of the night, or at least that I can remember. 11 minutes, 12 seconds. And ticking. 2nd and 4. Caveman defense trying to keep this offense as cold as possible, or slow them down as much as possible, that is. 10 minutes, 52 seconds. Here's the snap. Medrano looking to pass yet again. He's got an arm. This one led his receiver much too far. Intended receiver was Beatty. That's going to be an incomplete pass. It's going to make it 3rd and 4.
See, I feel like what they've been doing, they've been throwing a lot of short passes and trying to get the yards after the catch. And then that one, they tried to air it out. But now with 3rd down, short yardage, I think it'll be another running play to get the first down.
I mean, tonight, Ruben, Hobbs has had lots of success on the ground. We've seen some Cavemen stops at the line of scrimmage, maybe a couple of them, if that, for like a yard loss. But for the most part, the Eagles have been able to get plenty of yards on the ground, both from Medrano and from their 2 running backs.
Yeah.
10 minutes, 44 seconds. Medrano drops back. He makes his pass. This one again to number 3, Justice French. 10 minutes, 38 seconds. And that's going to be another first down. So Hobbs just continuing to do enough to move the chains. And it feels like this third quarter has been quite a long time, and only a minute and a half has elapsed here so far. So a lot of stoppage.
Yeah, and I feel like it shouldn't because there's only been that one incomplete pass. I feel like everything else has been short passes and running.
All right, so here's another pass there to French. French making contact yet again, and that one is going to be right at the first down marker, maybe a bit short, but it's going to be close. On just one play, I think they'll give it to him here.
Yeah, for sure.
It's close enough. I haven't seen anybody really come out to measure with the chains. No, they are going to move this one over. So it's going to be a first down for the Eagles. 10 minutes, 11 seconds. Hobbs 17, Cavemen 7, and this one's going to be a handoff to Hill. Hill is going to get about 6 yards on that one.
Yeah, I think they're just mixing it up enough with run plays. It looks like the offense and the defense are getting kind of chippy with each other. So I think it's going to be an interesting second half for sure.
2nd and 3. Eagles continue to make some solid impact plays here in the third quarter, just moving the chains every couple of downs. Here's a handoff from Madrano to Hill. Hill is going to get stopped there after just 1 yard. It's going to make it 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. 9 minutes, 14 seconds. Eagles getting set. They're moving things quickly. It looks like they're trying to do a hard count there to get the Cavemen off sides, but no luck. So they're going to look to their sideline to get the play call here. There's no play clocks really telling us how much time they have on either side. They must be disabled tonight. Here's a pass to Madrano, and it looks like they're going to have a pass interference. And Ruben, the only problem I have with this call here is just how late it took, how late it was. It's like, I get it, and I probably agree with it. There was contact there, but
early contact, yes.
I mean, make the decision. Almost looked like he was influenced there. Probably for the better, but still. 8 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock remain here in the third quarter.
Well, the tough thing about something like that is he wasn't going to catch the ball, so it's just tough that the player kind of bumped him incidentally.
So the Cavemen right now trailing the Eagles by 10. It's 17-7 here with just 8 minutes and 4. I don't know. I said just, but 8 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Plenty of game left here, and Eagles at the Cavemen 12-yard line, 1st and 10. This one, nice screen pass there. Hill is going to get down to the 5-yard line. And again, Cavemen and Eagles back and forth. They are not liking each other right now. A lot of tension here, and it's a flag here. We'll see what that might be. Might be on the Eagles there.
Well,
I know we saw Lennon on the sideline, and he was walking off, and then I saw the flag go up, so I can't imagine it was late on him.
It's
like going to be unsportsmanlike. I could almost guess that.
And not trying to be biased, but I feel like that's the first penalty flag that the
that is.
Eagles
have. But there was one holding play earlier, first half.
Oh,
it looks like there's another penalty.
It's going to be on us. So
it's got to be unsportsmanlike.
Yep. It's going to be on. Is it on Cruz? Because he's right there in front of Cruz, and he's just threw up his hat.
We're going to see what it is here.
It's going to be on the defense because they were looking at the defense.
That's sportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles.
And see, so they offset, which is frustrating because I feel like it might have been after the fact that he threw his hat off. Like, was his flag already gone or what?
It looks like
he doesn't have a flag.
It looks like we got a coach chirping at look like number 12 on our team, Ty Young. I don't know if he was yelling at him directly or somebody around the area, because somebody on the Cavemen made it to where we had that unsportsmanlike conduct hat thrown up.
Yeah.
And what stinks is, like you said, it would have been amazing for the Cavemen if that was not the case. It would have been, a much tougher position for the Eagles to get that first down. So now we're going to see what that looks like. I believe they're offsetting, but they're moving that ball back and forth.
Back where it was originally is what it is.
So are they just going to replay the down? I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, it's offsetting and replay the down. So it's pretty frustrating because they finally get a call and they give a call back to us. So it's almost like they didn't get a call.
8 minutes, 34 seconds, and still a lot of confusion here.
It looks like Coach Sanders is not very happy with the white hat, and I don't blame him. Because it's
I'm not. I don't
finally get a break, and then now you throw.
But if it's warranted, we can't really have anything to stand on there. But we'll see. Would love to get like an inside listen of that conversation.
Could we get the referees mic'd up and maybe the two head coaches?
8 minutes, 34 seconds here.
Now it's
going to be a referee's timeout now. So plenty of time for, I guess, both teams to regroup as the referees just try and figure things out here. They don't like to. One of the things about the referees lately, especially, is they don't like to, make a quick decision and get it wrong, because lately, over the last few years, they have been under a microscope. There's a lot of cameras, obviously, like us streaming, and multiple channels streaming at all times. You're having people that can watch everything that you do. They can go watch it again, and
they can review it. And
easy to critique that. So, so the referees, as long as they can get together and at least do their best to try and get to a solution, I think that's kind of what they look for. All right, so
you think that the players
is there somebody hurt on the sideline here?
No. Oh yeah, there is somebody's hurt for Hobbs.
It looks like Derek Murkey walking across the field to just see if the trainers need any help. I know that, athletic trainers usually keep in touch with other teams, try and help out, because obviously it doesn't matter who you're playing for or who you're working for. You're trying to keep things as safe as possible.
Well,
so
must be bad.
Here's a medical, it looks like a medical emergency. They've got the ambulance coming out here now. So, folks, we're going to be back here in just a moment. Stick around. We're going to take a break after a few messages from our sponsors. This break brought to you by the Laundry Basket, B&B Welding, Excel Energy, Intrepid Potash, and Wendy's. Can you give us 2? Thank you. So for those of you on the stream, we're moving the cameras away from the action here. There's a medical emergency on the field, so we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with you here shortly. What's up? Okay, that's okay. All right, guys, 8 minutes, 34 seconds left here in the third quarter. There's a medical emergency on the field, so kind of taking the cameras off of the scene here for now. And as they tend to, a player, I believe, is who is on the sideline hurt right now. We don't know who it is, but in for the time being, we will be taking a break and just kind of getting back to you as soon as we can. Prayers going out to this player and hoping that he does well. Looks like coming off on a stretcher, so we're hoping it's not a neck or spinal injury. So we'll be back here in just a moment, folks. Stick around. All right, a minute, please. All right, guys. Medical emergency on the sideline, and we can at least bring the stream back over towards the action that has been a player, I believe, put into the ambulance. So our hearts go out to him and hoping that he's okay. Believe it was a player. We weren't sure. We just saw, people around him and just hoping that everyone is okay. So as much as we love the rivalry and both teams like to go at it, we hate to see anybody get hurt or go home with any uncertainty. 8 minutes, 34 seconds remain here on the clock in the third quarter. Eagles heading back out now. There was a lot of confusion before that injury timeout that was from the back and forth unsportsmanlike conduct. But it is 1st and 10 at the Cavemen 13-yard line. Looks like they're going to hand this one off to Hill. Hill's going to get a good amount of yardage on that one, about 6 yards on the play. So that's going to make it 2nd and 4. Eagles on their own sideline trying to pump up their crowd as Hobbs is in the red zone. 2nd and 4 for the Eagles. Here's the snap. Medrano hands this one off to Hill yet again. This one is going to be a gain of about 2 yards on the play. Still waiting for that to come down. It looks like there's a flag on the play again.
I feel like the whistle is coming late. Like, you know what I mean? They stop the play and they keep going, and then the penalty flag comes here, but I guess we'll find out here in a sec.
7 minutes, 54 seconds. It looks like it is a flag that's been waved off. I think the flags are a little bit too ready right now in their pockets. We need to maybe stuff them in a little bit more into their belts or however they do it. They're throwing them out there a little too quick. 7 minutes, 54 seconds. Eagles got a first down on that last play, by the way. So it is 1st and goal with only 2 yards to go. Medrano gets that snap, hands it off, and this is going to be a touchdown for the Eagles. That one was Wright. Wright has been really good tonight. The 1-2 punch, the 1-2-3 punch for the Eagles on the ground has been electric, and Wright, Medrano, and Hill. And that's going to put 6 more points on the board for Hobbs. 23-7, the Eagles lead as they prepare for their extra kick. And there's the snap, and the kick is up, and it is good. So that kick there makes it 24-7. Cavemen is currently down by 17 points. Definitely still something that they can come back from, Ruben, but it is going to be a tall task against this Hobbs defense that has been putting constant pressure on Marley Munoz in the backfield every single snap tonight.
Yeah, no, if we can move the ball like we did in the first half without the turnovers and especially without the penalties, I feel like we can move the ball and get back in it a little bit, but we've got to stop them too. So now we can see why they got 41 points in a lot of their games.
7 minutes, 49 seconds. And Braddock Beatty set to kick things off for the Eagles. Cavemen trying to make some noise here in the third quarter if they can. A touchdown in this quarter, I think, Ruben, would be huge. Obviously, they can do something like that and try and do some kind of onside trickery, but Cavemen have to score first in order to really have a chance to get some special going. Here's a nice play here. Nice return by Evan Leos. He's going to get him all the way to the 38-yard line.
See, and I feel like
good play.
That was a legal tackle, good tackle right there.
Yes.
But if you have
but if Colton McKibben does it, it's a little different.
If Colton McKibben does it, it's a penalty. You know what I mean?
Right,
because
yeah, could be.
Hurt him.
So 7 minutes, 43 seconds as the Cavemen take over on offense. This is an opportunity for them to get loosened up. They have been waiting for their turn this quarter for quite some time, Ruben.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a long time since we've had the ball. But here we go.
So Munoz fakes the handoff, gets the pass over the top. This one to Bobby Castañeda.
See,
that's a nice play there, but
right there.
I don't know, Ruben. Might have been a little. Is that a flop, maybe?
No, I don't feel like it. I feel like
not sure.
Different?
I looked up and I saw him fly, so that must have been a really hard push. If that,
well,
it's going to make him move like that.
He dropped the ball.
I saw it.
Turned. Okay, then it was
7 minutes 40 seconds here for the Cavemen. 2nd and 10. Munoz looking back and forth, getting the snap now. He's looking to pass. No, he's going to hold on to this one. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to get about 6 yards on the play. We'll see where they put this ball, but with 7 minutes and 30 seconds here in the third quarter, Cavemen trying to move that ball, and they are facing a third down.
And I feel like now the wind is not a factor because the flag's moving a little bit, but just kind of off and on. So it's not like it was where third quarter the ball's against you and fourth quarter it's with you. Or
exactly. So it is 3rd and about 4 to go on the 43-yard line. Cavemen get the snap. They hand this one off to Brock Wright. He fumbles it. He was hit behind the line of scrimmage for what was going to be a loss of a couple of yards, but he fumbled this one, a rarity from Wright. And the Eagles are going to take over on the turnover. Recovered by the Eagles. It's going to be 6 minutes and 52 seconds. Eagles ball. 1st and 10 on the Cavemen 42-yard line. And Ruben, another unfortunate event there for the Cavemen. We've seen them have a lot of slip-ups in terms of turnovers tonight, really. I mean, that and penalties.
Yeah. Yeah, just like I had said a while ago, if we can keep moving the football and not turning the ball over, can be a good thing. But right there, they're closer than midfield, and it's going to be tough to stop.
All right, so here's the snap, and Medrano moving to his right. He's got lots of speed. He's going to get out of bounds. About a 9-yard gain there, so maybe just short of the first down, or maybe they'll mark it a first down. We'll see where they put it. Yeah, it looks like it's right at 10 yards, so they will move the chains on it. 1st and 10, that's going to be 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. Over in the World Series, 3-1, the Dodgers lead, but 1 out, runner on first, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate. So
Always a tough out.
Yes. 6 minutes, 47 seconds. Here's the snap to Medrano. Medrano hands it off to Wright. Wright has some room to run, and he's going to make some more room of his own. Facing some of the Cavemen defense, he was able to slip past him for a few extra yards. So about a 7-yard gain there. 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Hobbs' offense, Ruben, looking really good. This is a team that I think that can compete in the state playoffs quite well.
Well, the thing that they do best is they move it around to different receivers. They've got 2 running backs that can handle stuff. And then, of course, Medrano is great at running the ball and finding his receivers and his back. So
exactly.
Yeah, it's tough to stop.
6 minutes, 4 seconds on the clock. Medrano looking to pass. He got pressured, but he moved out of the way, and he's got room to run now. He'll get that first down easily and get the Eagles over to the 17-yard line. Five minutes, 56 seconds. And the Eagles in a great position here to score yet again. In the red zone, Ruben, the Eagles have been very hard to stop.
No matter where they're at, they're hard to stop.
You're right.
Yeah, in the red zone, they're going to make sure and get some points.
5 minutes, 56 seconds. Here comes the snap to Medrano. He drops back. He's looking over the top. In the middle, he almost got the one-hand catch to Beatty. Just maybe 2 inches out of reach. Might have been able to get that one and reel it in.
And in the World Series, you got runners at first and second, 3-1 ball game, but Toronto is threatening with runners at first and second with 1 out.
5 minutes, 51 seconds here in Hobbs. Wind picking up a little bit more, at least more that we're feeling. It's moving around a little bit. Beautiful night here in Hobbs, America. Medrano gets the snap. He's going to look to his left, turn to his right, a little screen pass there to Hill. Hill's got some room, and he's going to get a first down. He's going to bring this one all the way down to the 3-yard line, but there is a flag on the field. This might have been a holding call on the Eagles.
Yes, it is.
It is going to be a holding call on the Eagles, so it's going to bring that ball back. A little bit of a break there for the Cavemen. Take what they can get for sure. Ruben, after that initial score for the Cavemen, they have struggled to hold on to the ball for, basically an entire possession.
Yeah, no, they've threatened and gotten the ball down the field, but then the turning it over just hurts us every time.
I think it's a lot harder, a lot easier said than done when you talk about like closing out a touchdown. You know what I mean? Like closing out a drive and making it successful, especially when you kind of have it in your head that, hey, this time we really got to pay attention to holding on to the ball. Here's Wright again, and he got wrapped up and spun around, but stayed on his feet, finally pulled down. Going to get about a 2-yard gain there. But it's going to be, wow, what a spot, Ruben. Interesting. Anyways, it's going to make it 3rd and 15 for the Eagles. Five minutes. Eagles still trying to get their play in. There is nowhere on the field that I can see. Okay, there it is. The play clock on the other side of the field. 3 seconds on the play clock. Medrano gets it off just in time. He's moving to his right. Makes a pass on the run. This one's going to be out of bounds. It's not caught by French, and it's going to be a 4th and 15 situation. So we'll see if they go ahead and pull the kicker out here for this one.
I would think if they have a kicker that they can rely on right now is the time to do it, because you want to just get points on every possession. And
exactly.
That's what they're going to do.
They did put up a field goal earlier in this game to make it go from 14 to 17.
But then they also missed one, right?
They missed. Yes, they did miss one. So here is Beatty to kick here for the Eagles. The lefty kicker here. They're going to fake this one. They're going to take it over to Beatty. Beatty's going to throw this one downfield, and he's going to be it's going to drop there. That one was intended for French.
That was a great play, though. I mean,
it really was designed well.
Yeah. He did everything but catch that one, and it was right there in his hand.
So to paint the picture, that was snapped. The snapper, or I'm sorry, the holder tossed it over to Beatty, who was intended to, or at least lined up to kick it. He went out wide to the right, and on his way out to the sideline, he tossed this one about to the 5-yard line. It was dropped by French. So good break there for the Cavemen. Want to see the Cavemen put some points on the board. We'll see if they can do it here. We're going to take, no, I'm sorry. We'll stay on. We'll stay on. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. Munoz. We want to see more passing here from Munoz to get the ball moving a little quicker. Here's a handoff there to Wright. Wright might have some room, and he does. He's going to get about 9 yards on that play. We'll see where they spot it. They'll spot him for about 8, it looks like.
Yeah, and that was a good run by Wright. And he was just putting his stiff arm out there like, you know what? I'm coming.
4 minutes, seconds. Wright will hit you if you're in his way. And Ruben, it's funny because after we, get done with broadcasts and you walk down by all the players when they're talking to parents and friends and stuff, you're like, wow, these guys are big. Sometimes when you walk by them. Don't want to get in front of Brock Wright for that. Or Munoz. Here's Munoz running it himself, and right there he's going to get about a yard gain. So with 3 minutes and 40 seconds, Cavemen trying to get a first down here. They are on the 31-yard line, their own 31-yard line. Hobbs Eagles lead 24-7 here in the third quarter. So band really picking up the energy for the Eagles while they're on defense. Here's Munoz who gets the snap. He's going to run it himself. He's going to have plenty of
and then some,
yardage on that play. Was hit at the line of scrimmage, continue to push through, and he's a big, strong kid, Ruben.
Yeah, and it's funny because I've seen him in street clothes, and he just looks like a regular guy, and then I've seen him in football uniform, and he's pretty solid. Those legs of his are solid, and that's what
I think he's pretty solid and regular, no?
Well, I mean, I guess maybe to you because you're not as big as me.
Okay. 3 minutes. And waiting the snap here. 7 seconds left on the play clock. Here it is to Munoz. He's going to roll out to his right. Running out to the right. Nice pass there. It looks like it was intended for Eloy Lopez. He caught that one for an 8-yard gain. Love to see the Cavemen get more aggressive in the air, Ruben. If they can do that, then they've been successful tonight. There was one interception. Obviously, that is very hard to come back from, but you still want to put that confidence into Munoz on the last regular season game of the season. You got to ride or die with your cannon.
Well, I feel like on that one he was looking for Castaneda, but Castaneda was covered, so he had to go with a short route and find Lopez.
Solid 8-yard gain for sure. There's Munoz. He's going to hold on to this one. He's going to get a first down. Good job right there. About a 6-yard gain for the junior, and that's going to be a first down, Cavemen. So first down, Cavemen. They cross midfield. They're going to be at the Eagles' 48-yard line. Continuing to move that ball forward. The Cavemen can put together a couple more drives like they did the very first drive of the night. That'd be a really good finish to this game. Here's Brock Wright with the ball going to the right side of the field, and that is going to be a nice gain yet again. They're going to spot this for a 9-yard gain. Right, good job on that one. Less contact on that play, more getting out of bounds, and Wright did a good job on that one. It is cooling down now, Ruben. Might be jacket weather now for sure.
Looks like start of the fourth quarter in Las Cruces. You've got Las Cruces High beating Centennial 28-14.
Okay, that's a good update. We were told today there was an expectation that Centennial would beat Las Cruces, which to me sounded borderline insane. Here's a nice play. A reverse right there for the Cavemen. Thrown back to Munoz. Munoz has room to run. Will he get there? Yes, he will. It's going to be a Caveman touchdown.
I see no laundry on the field,
Wow.
which is a good thing.
No flags on the field. So the first, it was a pass backwards to Bobby Castaneda, and then he tossed it back over the field, across the field to Marley Munoz. He caught that one and took off. We know what kind of speed Munoz has, and the trick play came out at the right time, Ruben. It's going to make it 24-13. Cavemen still trail by 11. Here's the extra point attempt by Annanins. That one was a tough snap and a late hold, and he was not able to get that one through.
Yeah.
So Ruben right there, I mean, very hard to come back from a snap that goes behind the holder.
For sure. And then the pressure came because the holder was trying to put it down, and it was tough. Yeah. So
and against a team like Hobbs, you really don't have that easy option to go, hey, let's go ahead and try and run something or toss it over the middle or something like that. You just don't have the time. So they just tried to go with it. And it still looked like it was kicked well. It just was not
through the uprights,
not where we needed it. So 24-13, Cavemen trail by 11. And you always wonder about the what ifs, and it's not really something that you can do. But the interception earlier tonight was a big blow. And then, of course, the fumble in the red zone, another big punch in the gut there for the Cavemen. But still a solid game here in Hobbs on week 10 of the season, or week 11, I guess, of the season, but 10th game of the year for the Cavemen. Cavemen came into this game 5-4, trying to make it a winning season. And the Eagles already secured their winning season a couple weeks back. They are 7-2, trying to get this win against the Cavemen so that they can really solidify a top spot in the state. And the thing about this district, Ruben, is they very well could have 3 teams in the top 5 ranks. There's a kick there from Annanins, kind of a short kick, and they're going to get this one downed at about the 36-yard line. So you aren't really opening yourself up to that big run from the starburst right there, and that's what the Cavemen intended to stop on that play.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those fine lines between, do we want to kick it like a pooch kick like that and just give them decent field position, or try to go onside kick and see if we can get the ball back, but then it gives them great field position. So it's kind of a risk thing unless you really have to at this point.
Exactly. So 1:53. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by R360 Environmental Solutions, NGL Energy Partners, SB Energy Services, Southeast New Mexico College, and Tate Branch Dodge. 1:53. Here's the pass there to French. French makes the catch and moves it about 4 more yards forward. So about a 6-yard gain there for the Eagles in total.
Tackled by Ty Young. So I feel like Ty Young and Rio Sanchez are getting a lot of the tackles right now because they're getting a lot of balls their way.
That's true. 1:24 left in the third quarter. Medrano gets the snap. This one, a pass that is going to be incomplete, thrown short.
Dropped by number 20, Edgar Zubia.
1:19 remain here in the third quarter, and Cavemen trying to put extra pressure on that Hobbs offense. It is 3rd and 5.
This is a big play right here for our defense. See if we can make a stop and make him punt the ball.
3rd and 4. Here's the snap to Medrano. He's going to run it himself, and he's going to get that first down and some. And Cavemen, I think, Ruben, if I'm the Cavemen defensive coordinator, I'm telling Cavemen, hey, let's make sure and get those tackles, but while you're doing it, let's try and do the best, punch that ball loose. Yeah. We need a turnover. We got to go get one. Go get me one.
Yeah, for sure.
So going into the bottom of the ninth inning, by the way, in the World Series right now, 3-1 still. Dodgers lead. We'll see how it goes. Blue Jays still have 3 outs
The good
to
thing
make
is
something happen.
Guerrero just batted, so that's he won't come around for a while.
All right, so Medrano hands this ball off to Wright. Wright's going to get about 5 yards, and he's going to get hit by Colton McKibben. I think the pressures for McKibben in his junior year here is all the offers that he's had this year. You know how good and how strong and fast of a player he is. You hate to see him try and do too much, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've got to get there. I've got to be the guy. And then that adds just more pressure to his game. He's really good as it is. If he plays his role well, he's going to make this defense successful. And tonight we've seen a few good tackles, good hits by the junior. So right there, an incomplete pass again from Hobbs. It's going to make it 3rd and 5 for the Eagles at the Cavemen 43-yard line.
I feel like as explosive as their running game is, that the passing is just like to keep the defense honest. Don't you think? I mean, because I feel like they can get first downs over and over with that backfield they have, but they spread it out.
Very well could. 6 seconds left in the third quarter, and Caveman going to get a tackle for a loss. Nice play there.
Cooper Roberson.
Yeah, Connor Roberson, number 37 for the Cavemen. Making a good play there. So that's going to do it at the end of the third quarter. It's going to put the Eagles at 4th and 8 here as we enter the fourth quarter. So, folks, we'll take a break and be right back. This break brought to you by Pizza Inn, Easy Rentals, Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce, Skeen Furniture, Southeast Ready Mix, and Albertsons Market. Thank you. Can we get 2? Thank you. All right, guys, so that one was punted off by the Eagles.
By the quarterback.
And that was caught by Ty Young, and they brought him down at about the 27-yard line. All right, folks, the Cavemen forced Hobbs into a punt situation there, and Cavemen now going to have the ball at the 27-yard line. It is 11 minutes and 53 seconds left as we just started the fourth quarter. First play of the fourth quarter was a punt, and the Cavemen now have an opportunity to do something special if they're able to march this ball downfield. They did it just moments ago, and then a trick play sealed the deal. About a 40-yard trick play, Ruben.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to try to get in the end zone because this quarter is going to go fast if they don't. So
got to pull all the stops here. Trick plays, maybe Bobby in the backfield here and there. Here's the handoff. No, the fake handoff to Wright. They toss it over to Bobby Castaneda, and he's going to step out of bounds at, I believe, the line of scrimmage. So
maybe a yard gain. Maybe.
Not much there, if anything at all.
Yeah, they might have to go with the Statue of Liberty on this drive. Be one of the old school plays.
11 minutes, 47 seconds. The Statue of Liberty. How well do you think that would work? I think there's a 0 chance that works well.
Well, we're not trying to make it work well. We're just trying to get it in the end zone somehow.
All right, so 11 minutes, 47 seconds. Cavemen come out of their huddle, 15 seconds on the play clock. Munoz in the backfield with Brock Wright. 3 receivers to his left. They're going to hand this one off to Wright anyways, and he's going to get tackled for quite a loss there, about a 4 or 5 yard loss.
That was a tackle by number 90, Mike Myrithith. 6'2", 330. That's a big kid.
I think you still want to hand the ball off to Wright, at times, but I also kind of feel, I don't know, like I want to lean more towards having Marley go pass first, and then if you don't see anything, you do a 5 count, and then just go ahead and take off running. Just give him the Michael Vick green light right now, because that's really what's going to work for us maybe. And I am obviously no expert. 11 minutes on the clock. Here's the snap, and he's back for a pass. This one over the top to Castaneda. He had his man open, but passed it behind him, and that could have been dangerous. And now the Cavemen are going to have to punt things off, and things are going to happen quickly. A run scores there for the Blue Jays, by the way, here in the bottom of the ninth. No outs. I believe 2 runs scored. We'll see. All right, 10 minutes, 54 seconds, trying to get the catch of both. Ruben, can we get an update on the Centennial Cruces game going on in Las Cruces right now? 10 minutes, 54 seconds. This long snap to Castaneda is good this time, and he punts this one off to the 40-yard line. Hobbs going to try and move this down, and yes, they're going to get a nice tackle from no other than Marley Munoz, who got downfield quickly. That's an athlete right there, Ruben.
Yeah, it is.
So the Eagles will take over at the 40-yard line.
Okay, so I still see 14-28, so I haven't gotten an update on this score. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, so maybe it's just still that score.
10 minutes, 45 seconds here in the fourth quarter. Hobbs leads 24-13, by the way, folks. Cavemen down by 11.
Hobbs Eagles with the ball on the 40-yard line.
Cavemen showing up tonight to play. They've had some definite setbacks with turnovers. Ruben, a couple of runs were saved by a ball getting stuck under the fence in the World Series. So interesting there. Here's a QB run there by Medrano. Going to get about 4 yards on that one. They spotted him for 2. So it's going to make it 2nd and 8 for the Eagles here in Hobbs. I threw the jacket on. It is getting a little bit more and more chilly as the night goes on. More wind involved in this game as well. So Medrano going to hold on to this one himself. He's going to get a first down. He's going to go and get out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. 10 minutes and 7 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter. Ruben, you would hate to see the Eagles be able to score here and really just knock the air out of this Caveman team.
For sure. Down 11 now. It would be tough if they scored again.
So Medrano taking his time to get things set up. He's got plenty of time on the play clock, so why not? The game clock is stopped at the moment. 10 minutes, 7 seconds. Medrano awaiting the snap. No, they're trying to get the hard count there. Trying to get the Cavemen off sides. 24-13, the Eagles lead, and they're going to take a timeout here, folks. We're going to be back here in just a moment. Let's take a break. Brought to you by Skeen Furniture, Southeast Ready Mix, and Constructors, Inc. Thank you. A minute's great. Thank you. All right, guys, so an update here before the next snap. In the World Series, it's going to be a tough one here for the Dodgers. All right, so here is the handoff to Wright. He's taken down, about a yard gain there, but a good play by the Caveman defense. It's going to make it 2nd and 9. A Caveman stop here would energize this entire Caveman team, and that would be huge right now. World Series game heating up here, bottom of the 9th.
Okay, so
9 minutes, 37 seconds. Here's the snap to Medrano. He's going to hand this one off. I believe that one was handed off to Hill. On a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5 for the Eagles. Eagles awaiting their play call. 25 seconds on the play clock, 9 minutes, 4 seconds. The Eagles lead 24-13 in this heated battle. Here is a play by Medrano. Slowed down by his own team. Looked like ran into his own blocker.
But that's what's good about for Hobbs right now. At this point, they can run the ball and they can try to get as many. They can try to get as many run plays as possible just to keep the clock running.
Yeah, you would imagine that's what they would do. A crazy, thrilling finish to the Dodger game, folks. You're going to have to look that one up. We'll explain it in a minute. Since we're in football mode, we'll limit that right now, but we'll be back to that here in just a moment. Crazy, crazy finish in Toronto. It's going to go to Game 7, by the way. All right, so here is Medrano handing the ball off to Wright. Wright is going to get enough yards, it looks like, to come up to the first down or close. Yeah, they're going to spot this one a couple yards back. But great position to be in if you're the Eagles. A 2nd and short on the 34-yard line. On the Caveman 34-yard line. I'm sorry, 26-yard line. Medrano gets the snap. He's going to take this one himself. We'll see where he can take it. Definitely a first down for about 5 yards. And the Eagles are going to get this one to the 20-yard line. So now they enter the red zone.
Yeah, the only thing I don't agree with there is I feel like I would have stayed in bounds just because you're getting the first down, but you're also keeping the clock running. But, of course, they got to move the chains, stop the clock.
Well, we want to see them get out of bounds.
No, I know, but I'm saying for them.
Right.
So the Dodgers force a Game 7, which I'm excited about because I can see it tomorrow on TV.
7 minutes, 59 seconds. Remain in this game here in Hobbs. 17 seconds left on the play clock as Medrano is going to call for this snap in the shotgun. It's going to drop back, put a pass up into the end zone on the left side. Looks like a tough play there, and that one's going to be a pass interference call on Annanins. What'd you see on that one?
I felt like the offensive player pushed off of Annanins to get the ball. So how he initiated the contact, I don't understand how that's a pass interference on the defense.
So we'll see what obviously they're going to call that here. Love to see a replay of that. It felt like it was kind of a back and forth struggle, Oh, yeah. Man. And right there, they actually said the number of the player, which we haven't heard that this year. It's mostly just
announce it out loud like that.
Me either. But it's like college level stuff. I guess it depends on the system that you have in the stadium. If they have,
well, this is the first time I've heard it this whole game.
No, I've heard them.
Oh, you've
call
heard
some stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
7 minutes.
Yeah, that was
54 seconds, and it's going to be a first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, I feel like the defender just they were running side by side, and then he kind of pushed off and then tried to get separation, and they called it on the defense.
Yeah, I agree. Medrano here hands it off to Wright, and Wright's going to get stood up at around the first down marker.
That's one thing. It's a pretty sweet handoff the way he does that.
It is.
Looks like he just does it with the left hand, and it's almost like something you don't expect.
It is smooth.
That clock just keeps running at 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
So 7 minutes, 25 seconds. Yeah, like you said. Oh, now they stopped it. They're going to move the chains and resume. And they do. So 37 seconds on the play clock. Hobbs going to take their time here. Can't blame them for doing it.
Nope.
Want to waste as much time as possible with Carlsbad even this close to your score in the game. They're going to hand this one off to Wright. Wright's got some room. He's going to get down to about the 4-yard line. And if Hobbs was able to pick up a first down, they can do so on the just inside the 1-yard line. But it is basically second and goal. 6 minutes 59.
Update on the Cruces game, 31-14.
That's a good game.
3 minutes to go.
It's a pretty good game considering what Cruces has done to just about every team.
Yeah, but Centennial's ranked 4.
Right. Hobbs beat Centennial, and Cruces beat Hobbs by 40.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I'm right.
6 minutes, 59 seconds. And Madrano's going to try and take this one in himself. He got hit a couple of times and spun out. It was out of bounds. All right, so still more back and forth shoving here between these two teams, but Eagles trying to get into that end zone. Looks like they'll be right at about the 2-yard line. 6 minutes, 52 seconds. An 11-point lead for the Hobbs Eagles, 24-13. Eagles lead. They have had the lead since I believe the beginning of the second quarter.
No, it was in the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter?
14-7, yeah. We scored that first drive and then didn't score again until the third quarter. So
6 minutes, 51. Here's the snap to Madrano. Madrano's going to take this one in himself, and yes, he is. A touchdown for the Eagles. That cannon never ceases to scare me.
Remember, we used to have that in Carlsbad, and I don't know what
we did, but it did not sound like it was coming at my chest. It's pretty impressive. 6 minutes, 46 seconds on the clock as Hobbs able to punch this one through, making it 30-13. Hobbs trying to run away with this one, Ruben, and can't say that the Cavemen did not have their chances to make this a much closer game tonight, really.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Between turnovers and penalties,